Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you today to talk about something that has been really just blowing up on the internet. Parents are talking about, and that is learning pods. Learning pods as a response of how to handle this COVID learning crisis that we have. Schools are doing the best they can to come up with plans for either total online learning or a hybrid of in-person and online learning. We don't know how that's going to pan out, but as a parent, perhaps you are struggling. If you've got a school district where you have to do completely online, you may not be prepared to handle the online teaching environment of the home. Perhaps you're working from home or you've got other children running around. There's just too much confusion to really feel like you're doing a good job with it. So what is this learning pod concept that parents are talking about? So there's been different names given for them. A guy named Mike Teng has come up with something called school bubbles or micro schools, where you get a group of perhaps about 8 kids and you work with them in conjunction with the online school. It could be in person or online, but it's a way for the students to have a teacher available to them and directly in contact with them. Part of the reason for this would be that if, for example, online tutoring or online schools, if you had your child on a Zoom call, you don't know if they're really paying attention or not. Perhaps they're just surfing the internet, they're losing focus. You need to have someone who's right there and able to keep the student on task. Now, the way some of these have been organized, and California, since most of the school districts are shut down there, are really going to these learning pods. They're Monday through Friday, and they could be an all-day thing or they could be a part of the day. What is the cost of something like this? Well, the costs that I'm seeing now are about $1,500 to $2,000 per student per month. But what you get for that is you get a teacher who is right there with them, just like a teacher would be in a classroom. Since that classroom's been taken away, this might be a good way to replace that. So what if you are a family that can't really afford that? There are some foundations that are stepping forward to provide funding for lower income families. This may be something that you've already had experience with. Perhaps you've been doing homeschooling and you've set up pods before. So my question would be, what are your thoughts about COVID learning pods? Have you ever been involved with some sort of a learning pod before? And if you were to be participating in one, what subjects would you like to focus on? Would you want to focus on just math? So for example, if a student is going into pre-calculus, they might be a little bit anxious about it because it's a pretty intense subject and just doing online might not be enough. Would you be interested in something like that? What other experiences have you had? And what kind of interests or questions would you have about that? Please give me your comments. If this is on YouTube, you can leave the comments there, or if it's in any of the other places, feel free to comment and reach out to me. I want to be there as an online teacher and online tutor to provide the resources and the help to help your child be successful. I specifically focus on math, but I would be interested in finding out what your interests are and how I can help you.